if they won't come try it. I mean, make war, everybody fight it. Done with them secrets, yep, I ain't keeping quiet. They say this won't.
Happy Motivational Monday, Sanctuary family. You're live inside Instinct Radio Studios.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm your host, Shakima Silveri, where the spirit meets the streets, and I have with me
Kevin Thornton, life coach.
the Wellness Architect.
Wellness architect. Yes, ma'am.
I'm so delighted to have you back, Kevin.
I'm glad to be back, ma'am.
And Bay is here.
I'm here.
Daddy's home. So everything's going to be all right. Kevin,
Ma'am.
what's on your mind today?
Well, we got a lot on our mind today.
Yeah.
The man is here today.
Yes.
We're going to talk
Put your
relationships.
phone in prayer. Yes.
We're going to talk about relationships. The number one question everybody want to talk about. So,
But don't nobody want help, though. I mean,
Nobody.
they say they want help, but they don't want, like,
right.
I'll do it if I don't have to.
Exactly.
But do you want help?
They want it their way.
And that ain't going to happen.
Absolutely not.
Because your way might not be right.
The best way at all.
You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
we just have to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
And so I always like to start off with something funny. And so
Okay.
this week was, what is that, Jack?
Oh, yeah, I saw that too.
I mean,
What she sent me?
that, okay.
What? You don't know what she sent me?
No, I didn't think. Okay, play that one then.
Oh,
I thought Jack.
wait a minute.
Jack.
Wait.
I thought
What you sent me?
I love Jack though, by the way. I can just stay stuck on that all day.
What?
Making it together. But so, we can play that one, Jack.
I mean, okay, now you throwing me off over here. Okay.
What?
Sure, okay.
What?
I wonder what you were doing over
Play that one
here.
then, Jack.
Huh?
I like all these videos.
This the one you sent me,
But
right?
you said Build a Bay, right? Is that
That's what I always say I do. I say shoot.
Build a Bay? So I wanted to show the video 1-800 Build a Bay. Where I'm saying you can pick out the booty type, but how high you want, like what you want them to look like. Because it just seems like these days.
Exactly.
This is what come out though. Let me show you.
Most people have more than one friend for various things,
Yeah.
and they don't even work.
Hey, wasn't my fault.
1-800 Build a Bay. That's what I want to show them. Can we show them that now, Jack? Thank you, Bay. I love you, Bay. Sanctuary family, we're going to show you this video, and we'll be right back with David Burris.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
With stem cell research and biotechnology, we can now create your bay from scratch. That's right, you get to choose everything about them.
Me and my ex just weren't sexually compatible. I mean, she never wanted to give it up. And when she did, it was trash. So I called 188 Build Bay. They let me choose her height, what kind of clothes she wear. They even let me choose how big her booty is. I'm so glad I called 188 Build Bay.
You want him to be more affectionate? You can choose that. You want her to have a little more junk in the trunk? You can choose that. Stop stressing yourself out trying to find the perfect mate. Pick up that phone and call 188-BUILD-BAY.
I really loved my ex, but he would not stop lying and cheating. That's why I called 188 Build Bay. It was really simple. They let me choose everything. I wasn't too worried about the physical. I really just wanted a man that could be honest. I'm so glad I called Build a Bay. I created a man that was honest, romantic, and I even designed him to wash the dishes.
Stop wasting your time and getting your heart broken when you could have the perfect partner for only $1,099.99. That's right, only $1,099.99. This is an offer you just can't refuse. Call 188-BUILD-BAY now.
hottest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
Welcome back, Sanctuary family. You are live again inside the sanctuary where the spirit meets the streets. I'm your host, Shakima Silveri, and today's show has been a little heavy.
Hey, you don't introduce me no more.
Oh, and my boo Jack. Jack.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Jack is bae.
Okay. I mean,
Got
I'm starting to feel some type of way.
Jack
I mean,
is bae.
it's
I'm
the second
sorry.
time you came in and didn't even introduce me. No.
I'm sorry, Jack. I love you. Everybody,
Act like it then.
Jack is here. He got a mic.
I do. Okay, just make sure they know too. Okay. Now I had worry about when you got somebody that only acknowledge you. You know, that's an issue. You know, I'm here. We together. We in this together. Act like it.
Jack, okay. So tell me about your thoughts so far about today's show, Jack.
Very interesting. It's always a good show when you're actually learning and being enlightened.
I mean, I'm a teacher.
Yeah, you definitely are. I mean, I'm really overwhelmed. I'm always trying to figure out how to solve something, how to fix it, not just to look at or listen to it. And my mind is already like, how can they fix that?
I think that's part of your manhood. I think that's how I'm in a program. Like, okay, what we gonna do?
Right.
Like women will be like, oh, that's so sad.
Like, well, what we gonna do?
Yeah. Now what? What we gonna do? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, I guess so, because I know some men. That's just been my thing in 2016. Even at the end of every meeting, it need to be a next step, not have a meeting just we had a meeting.
Right. We need to have a call to action.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like what we gonna do? I appreciate that, and I would say, I think it starts with making sure that you share this information, with everybody you know. And one of the things that I appreciate about you the most is that you're good about posting stuff, so like whatever we talk about on the show or whatever new stuff you learn, like you immediately share it with everybody else. And I think that's what too many of us don't do.
I don't know. So when I learn something, I want everybody else to know too.
Because it's kind of like always that whole hidden in plain sight thing where you think you know some stuff, but like if you didn't know, and it's clearly like, been on CBS and all this kind of other stuff, it was out there. It's just that in the circles that we run in, and so some of these things, like I had heard about Henrietta Lacks, and I actually used that inside my classroom, but some of this other stuff I didn't know as much about. And again, I think that we spend so much time focusing on the Tuskegee experiment, and it's almost like they give us that to just keep us occupied. And I'm not trying to diminish what happened because that was horrible, but that's not the only thing you did to me. You know what I'm saying? And so if you you give me that and you let me focus on that so much, and it makes it almost as if that incident was a phenomenon, and it wasn't.
Sometimes I believe that's to be true. They give us stuff to keep us occupied, but sometimes I think we just do it. Sometimes I think some stuff come up and we just do it. Just stay focused on this little situation, but it's way bigger.
You don't think they did a good job hiding this stuff?
Oh, they definitely did a good job. Yeah, about this particular
situation. Like I think they did a good job. I think the Tuskegee experiment was given to us on purpose, kind of like to keep the dog chasing its tail. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much stuff that they did. They just gave us that one bone, and they said, "Here you go, focus on that." And it
worked.
It worked. They know us. What I tell people all the time is that they study us. Anthropologically, like they study us and they took good notes on us as a people, like how we operate, what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at all these experiments, they took good notes. Okay, black people skin, or black people don't age, or you know what I'm saying? Like whatever the case may be, they have studied us like animals in cages. They know our next move. What we have not done is we have not studied them. You look at the outside of what they got and you want to be like them, thinking that if I get what they got, I'm gonna be like. You haven't studied them. If you were gonna play a game, football, basketball, whatever, you would look at the plays of your opponent, right? And you'd be like, okay, so they run this play, so I got to do. Why we don't do that? They know us.
That's a good observation.
Like they know us like clockwork. Like if we do this, then they're going to do that. But we don't study them. We just kind of keep reacting.
We need to change that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, one of my favorite books that I ever read was The History of White People. And it was by Princeton, I think she's at Princeton, Nell Irvin Painter, a black lady. She has a white husband. But she wrote a book called The History of White People. It's over 600 pages. And she talked about how white people came to be white. And like how they came to be this group of people that now calls itself white.
What's the synopsis of that?
Okay, so they weren't always called white. That's number one. They decided to collectively come together and say, okay, it's more of us combined than it is. Like if we're going to have power, we got to unify ourselves versus we still got the Bloods, we still got the Crips, we still got the Vice, we still got all this stuff. And see, they figured out, okay, divide and conquer. So think about it in terms of when Irish people came over here. Irish people were niggers too when they came over here, but they figured if we're going to have some power, we got to combine ourselves with the other white people. So you know how we call them Caucasians? There's only a certain percent of white people that live by the Caucasus Mountains. Everybody else came from somewhere else. But yet we still refer to them as Caucasians, and that's not where they're from. So the Greeks and the Romans didn't even consider themselves on the same team. But now you might say everybody in Europe is a European. They're all white. They designed it that way so that when they started trying to take over the rest of the world, they would be unified. They went to a place, Africa, South America, all these places where you had individual tribes of people. So they were all from the same location, but they still had a tribal type mentality. They came over unified and said, you know what? I don't even know what tribe you're in. I don't know what tribe you're in, but I know you're not white, so we're going to take you together. And that's how they took us. That's how they took us. And so we're still divided. We're still claiming precincts. We're still claiming zone whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're still doing the same stuff. We got a block mentality when they thinking globally. They didn't say, I want to take over the street. They said, I want Africa. You know what I'm saying? I want South America. They want the whole thing. But we'll be set, you know, they'll box you in and give you 3 little square blocks in your city, and you think you're doing something. But they own every single thing else.
I run zone 1.
I mean, what? What is that? But somebody else run you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. And so that was when she talked about it, like the history of it. And I know that for me, one of the most interesting parts was how they decided like who was going to be put into that system and who was going to be left out. But then at some point they all came together. They all thought that it was a benefit to them all to be on one team versus how we're still continuing to do stuff. They figured out we gotta boss up on this thing and unify. And that's how they became white, because they weren't all considered white.
Well, that's a smart move. Sometimes you got, like you said, study them.
Yeah.
Got some of the stuff.
Because think about it, even on the plantation, it wasn't set up like the Irish people were the overseers. They were like the lower class white people. It was other people that lived in the big house and all that other kind of stuff. But some kind of way the Irish figured out, hold up now. If we think about it, Irish, Russians, Jews, all those people that came as immigrants, they were treated like lower class citizens too. So they were above black people, but they were still beneath. But some kind of way they figured out. Yeah, because think about it. Once you set slaves free, you got a whole population of people. And remember, it was more slaves in this country than anybody else. So now that you set them free, you got to join forces. It's just us against them. Anybody that look like us and anybody that looks like them. And that's just pretty much how it went down. And so it was, I mean, she has all the artifacts in there, like documentation. She just talks about how, you know, how we say blonde hair, blue eyes is the standard for beauty. Well, that wasn't always the case. How did we come to that? Because white people didn't always say that. Having a flat butt and being skinny wasn't always the way that white people wanted to be. How did we come to that? And so she talks about the whole mentality of it, the whole social construct of white versus everybody else.
The history of white people.
The history of white people. Yeah, the history of white people. And I think, you know, and it's more, you have to have more knowledge than just, ooh, I don't like them. You got to do better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a lot of black people say, I don't trust them, but why don't you? Other than the fact that they're, you know, their ancestors had us enslaved, but like, what's the psychology of whiteness? Why do they do what they do? And why do they keep getting away with it? And if you don't study that thing,
you won't make a good decision.
It's just going to be, I'm telling you, it's like we are reactionary. They still cause and we still have effect. And that's pretty much it. They give us what they want us to have. They do to us what they want to do to us, and we just respond to it. We got to do better than that. And so all these things that we've been looking at today were like, how did they do what? Because we had no power. We had no power to fight back. When she talked about the experiments that were done on slaves because they couldn't fight back. As a slave, what you going to say? There's some documentation on a slave named Lucinda, and she had some kind of like bone spurs or something around her eyes. They bored holes in that lady's skull with no anesthesia. Like they did 6 different experiments on her eyes, put holes in her skull with no anesthesia, but she couldn't even say no, stop, don't do this to me. She didn't even own herself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that kind of stuff. They have images of a slave woman who had a tumor going down her back. Her tumor hung down longer than my hair do. And I ain't talking about today, I'm talking about when it's pressed. That's how long the tumor was on the back of her head. Because they did stuff drilling on her head, and then the fluid made her skull expand. So her skull was this long in the back. That stuff is there.
You make people mad after they look at your show.
Okay. I mean, if we're going to do something about it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, well, they say the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. That's how it goes. When you figure out that you've been lied to, and when you figure out that you've been mistreated and you don't even know, you've been angry, but you don't even know why you're angry. Like each generation just passed down the anger, but you don't even know why you're angry. It's because each generation remembers something about it that you don't remember. So when think about our grandparents growing up and watching Tuskegee. You know what I'm saying? Watching people having to go sit to the back of the bus, or watching people go and, just all that's like their anger towards people. They passed it down to us, but they didn't really explain to us why they were so mad. They don't want to talk about it, but you got to talk about it. Just not being willing to be hurt by it is not going to be enough. We got to do the work. Like we really got to dig deep, and we're going to have to cry it out, fight it out, whatever we got to do. But the truth is the only thing that's going to set us free.
Well, this is where you can find the truth, but on the Sanctuary.
The Sanctuary and Instinct Radio. So now, because, it was messy, but it ain't messy enough yet. I'm going to talk about 6 different experiments that most people don't know about, okay? 6 more experiments on slaves and blacks that you just might not know about. So the first one was on a slave named John Brown, and he described the experiment done on him by his master, and his master was Dr. Thomas Hamilton, and guess where they were at? Georgia.
Of course.
So Brown described being made to sit naked
Dirty
on top
South.
of a burning pit. He sat on a stool on top of a burning pit as a part of Dr. Hamilton's experiment. The temperature reached 100 degrees and Brown passed out. Then the doctor stood by to determine how deep his black skin would blister by looking at his hands and feet.
What was the experiment? I don't understand.
Because remember we talked about the very first experiment we talked about, the research. And they said they believed our skin was thicker.
Thicker, yeah.
So he wanted to see how deeply it would blister. So he set this man on top of a stool butt naked and let him burn.
He couldn't say stop. No, don't do that to my body.
He can't because he don't own himself.
Well, we're in a different world now. We
That
own
fear.
ourselves.
But we don't though, because think about it. Like I said, once they cut my body parts out, what did they do with them? I don't know where my stuff went. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember before I had the mastectomy, because my cancer cells was growing fast, just like those HeLa cells, and they kept saying, "Wow, like the cancer was killing itself. It was growing so fast, it was like reproducing and killing itself." So I had these things called calcifications that you could see on the mammogram. They call them cancer tombstones, basically. But it's these white areas that you see on the mammogram where the cancer was growing so rapidly that all of them couldn't even eat. They were basically dying because they couldn't get enough nutrition. But they were still growing. So before they took me in there to have my surgery, they asked me to sign something saying, "Can we take your tissue for research?" And I'm like, okay, I ain't going to use it. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Did they pick me because they had studied the pathology? When they do the pathology report, they know everything about you. So mine said on my pathology report, high grade nuclear. That means it's growing rapidly. It's going to reproduce fast. So
Ain't no telling. You can't know everything, but try to know as much as you can. That's how I feel.
that my stuff might be someone making, I don't know, clones or something. You know what I'm saying? Growing ears in a petri dish or something. I don't know. Making kidneys or something.
You'll find out about 30 years later.
My kids, right? They was like, dang, my mom did that. But I hope I'm not in no unmarked grave because that'll be real bad. I'm still mad about that. Like, all the, I'm just like,
they
come
know
on.
that. Even if they didn't tell the family, whatever.
Jack, I'm still mad about that. Okay, so that was just one experiment that John Brown reported, but his master did other experiments on him. And it's in a book that was written by, the author's last name is Carnell, and it came out in 2014. So if you're interested in that type of thing, then, Yvette Carnell is who you want to research. So the next one that I want to talk to you about is how they would purchase sick slaves. So slaves that had illnesses and things like that, they had doctors who would come and purchase them. And they purchased them for the purpose of experimenting on them. So like if you were sick or you were elderly or whatever the case may be, they would sell you in bulk to like doctors and hospitals and stuff like that. So we always thought, slaves just died of old age on the plantation. No. Some of them were killed in these experiments. And so, that's why they tried really hard to not get sick, because if you got sick, you might end up getting shipped off to somewhere and you might not come back. And so there was a doctor in the 1850s named Dr. T. Stillman, and you can actually go online and look up his ads for sick Negroes. The elderly and the sick. He put ads in papers and stuff like that, advertising, because he wanted to buy them.
You ever been to the Apex Museum? Mm-hmm. That's some interesting stuff now.
Yeah, I used to take my students every year.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got mad again. Like, what?
One day I'm gonna sit down and just show you all this. You're gonna be like, now I see why she like. It's so much out there, Jack, and it's like I could do a million shows, and I don't think I would ever uncover it all. I would learn a little bit at a time.
I guess you do a million and two.
I don't know. The next one is that they actually gave our people plutonium and uranium. In 1945, there was a black truck driver named Dekalb who was in an accident. Almost all of Cade's bones were broken during the accident. While he was being treated at the hospital, he was given a toxic dose of plutonium. Before plutonium destroyed his body, he must have heard about the experiment and escaped from the hospital. He didn't know it, but he was the first to be given the deadly dosage, but he was not the last. There were many African-American guinea pigs who followed behind him, and these blacks were either injected with uranium or plutonium as a part of a radiation experiment. Former Secretary of Energy Hazel O'Leary declassified information on government experiments on unsuspecting African Americans. Uranium and plutonium.
Wow.
So
when was this?
This was in 1945, the first one.
6 years before
So
hemocell.
Before they figured out, yeah. So, you're in the hospital, all your bones are broken. And then they give you this, and they melt your body.
They say he escaped?
He escaped. I'm trying to figure out how he got out of there.
All right. Probably had some help.
He had to.
None.
You got plutonium in your body and you had this bad car accident, like you had to have some help.
I wonder what it did to him.
It said it just destroyed his body. That's all
what it said.
Uh-huh. Plutonium, that's radiation.
It
burns you from the inside out.
Wow, what that thing was going?
When they give cancer patients radiation, they're burned. Like,
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
My fingertips was
they'll
dark
burn you.
Yeah.
So giving somebody that injecting it, like, that's bomb making material. Prisons conducted experiments on blacks that led to later cancer and other illnesses. So during the 70s, and we're going to talk about this one, during the 70s, prisons conducted experiments on prisoners, most of which were black people. The one we're going to talk about specifically today is the Holmesburg prison in Philadelphia. The Dow Chemical Company paid them to test potential carcinogens on their black prison population. So basically, will you get cancer, yes or no? We need to know. Wow. And they just did it on the prisoners. Many of them developed cancer, mental illness, and other skin conditions. One of the most famous incidents that really just broke my heart when I found out about it was civil rights leader and politician Fannie Lou Hamer. They beat her. She was trying to get people to register to vote in Mississippi, and they beat her so bad that they beat her and basically raped her with a nightstick while she was in the hospital. So they beat her so bad. No, while she was in jail, I'm sorry. They beat her, so they took her to the hospital, and while she was in there, they took out her uterus without her knowing. As punishment. She hadn't had any kids, and they took out her uterus so she couldn't reproduce. And
what in the hell?
Yeah.
How you find out about that?
Well, when she woke up, I mean, you can't take somebody's uterus out without it hurting. You know what I'm saying? So when she wakes up, then that's when she figured it out. But a lot of African American women were sterilized during that time period. Now so what happened was they were sterilizing because they didn't want us to reproduce. So in the medical apartheid book, it talked a little bit about, and she said it a little bit in the video, about eugenics. You know what eugenics is? Okay, so eugenics is kind of like, it's based on Darwin's survival of the fittest. Like only the strong survive kind of stuff. So they said that because we were inferior to them, they were going to sterilize us and basically do everything they could do to get rid of us because we were inferior. So poor white people, like people in Appalachia, stuff like that, they regularly sterilize them, and of course black people, to get rid of them. So a lot of black people don't want to hear this stuff, but Margaret Sanger, who was the founder of Planned Parenthood, she got money from people at the Klan and eugenics and stuff like that in order to start Planned Parenthood, because it was supposed to solve the Negro problem. So all these people who were quote unquote feminists and running around saying, oh, we got a right to have, well, you have a right to do it, but understand how it got started. It was to get rid of us. And so they went to some prominent black pastors and they said, preach this to your congregation and explain to them that if they want to get out of poverty, if they want to get out of the ghetto, they got to stop having so many kids. And so we're going to give them birth control and we'll give them abortions to help y'all come out of poverty. You can't have 13 kids and think you're going to come out of poverty. And so that's how she proposed to solve the Negro problem. And there's pictures of her on stage at Klan rallies and all kinds of stuff. And so that's how, and they, people who went to mental hospitals, people who were diagnosed with mental retardation, things like that, once they went to go treat them for those things, they sterilized them. And it was they actually had something called Fitter Families for Future Firesides. And it was an organization that was determined to get rid of anybody on the planet, basically, but specifically in America, that wasn't fit to reproduce. So they didn't believe that certain people had a right to reproduce. And so this is all a part of America.
That's deep.
Yeah. It's all a part of America. And, they gave Puerto Rican women birth control pills that had 6 times the dose because they thought they were more fertile. So they experimented on black women and Puerto Ricans, and they gave them these birth control pills, and all of them ended up having ovarian, uterine, cervical cancer because the dosage. But they thought they were more fertile. So they gave them higher doses than white people. And so this is all a part of America. In the 80s, 90s, there was some experimentation done on black teenagers, and most of them were in Bronx neighborhoods, but they gave them something called fenfluramine, and it's something that's supposed to increase serotonin level, and serotonin is what makes you sleepy. So they figure if we give them this, then it's supposed to make them more docile. But it turns out that the parents of the kids who they told them that they were coming to, how they used to come to your house back in the day and say, we're doing a checkup on your child, but they were giving them this doses of this medicine, and it destroyed their heart valves. So it caused all kind of things to go wrong with the children, and some of them are still, aging, and they haven't even seen all the effects yet that is done to these people. But they gave it to black boys, trying to see if they could do something to make black people more docile. So when you hear people talking about chemtrails and stuff like that, they regularly experiment on our communities, and they'll just go in and do something like, you might, how you see it look like clouds from yeah. And so that was a part of the same thing. They did the chemtrails, and then they did the fenfluramine on our people.
Fenfluramine. What they tell me it was for?
They said that they were just coming to do a checkup. They didn't even tell them they were giving them anything. They didn't say they were coming to give them anything. And then once the parents filed the lawsuit, they gave them $50 to get an EKG. They basically gave them $200 total, each one of the parents. But the $200 went towards the medical procedures that they needed. So I'm gonna do the procedure, but you're gonna pay me with the money that I'm giving you. And so those kids got nothing. And so these kids were kids who had been out of juvenile, stuff like that. And the parents didn't know, once you get institutionalized, don't nobody want to hear what you got to say. You know how that goes. So the parents thought, oh, well, I'm just trying to help my child. No. And these are kids who have been in juvenile.
You're going to make me go beat somebody up.
I'm sorry, Jack. I love you, though. So the next video that we're going to show, it was kind of a setup because we talked a little bit about the Holmesburg prison and the pharmaceutical experiments done on the prisoners. And we're going to show this video.
Get it. Shout it.
Happy Motivational Monday, Sanctuary family. It's our 1-year anniversary. Yay.
Yay.
And, Bay doing his thing. He tried to say something, flip at the mouth, but then he turned my mic on, so I couldn't get him back. But there will be a moment during the show where I will carefully remind him, don't play.
No, I won't say anything smart. That smart. Stop.
So we made it, y'all. 1 year.
Yeah, we made it.
Yeah.
A year.
We made it.
A year. I put up with you for a year. Or is it the other way around?
Hey, Regina Sunshine. Got my sis in here with me. I'm so glad because she just balanced out the foolishness that is Bay.
Oh, now you call it foolishness.
I don't know what, I just.
Yeah, it's foolishness, y'all. See how women do you? Put you on blast behind closed doors, a whole different thing. I'm just saying.
Y'all
Foolishness.
was about to get ugly here today.
Foolishness. It's about to go down on this 1 year. Let me make sure my record button on. So, as a matter of fact, let me go. I need to go Facebook Live.
So you had to, cause see, I don't let you sign in for me, cause you already be trying to block on the air. So I wasn't gonna let you.
I'm not signed.
See how that is? Just go live, Instinct Radio. Thank you. Hallelujah. Yes. So Sanctuary family, it's just been an amazing year as I reflect back upon it. And I'm so thankful that Regina's here. Regina, thank you for having me on your show those times, and thank you for encouraging me to get my own show. I met Babe because of that. I don't know what I would do without y'all.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
Wait till after the show. We'll talk.
Okay.
Wait till after the show.
You don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing you met me, huh?
Nah, it was a good thing.
It was a good thing, okay.
Yeah.
With the good or the bad come great things. We're going to be all right.
We're going to be all right. And that's the end goal. We're going to be all right. Right?
That's right.
All right. So I always try to start with something funny. Today's show, I got a lot of different stuff going on today's show. But I always try to start off with something funny. And so it's Monday, so I can't play the videos that I really find funny right now. I posted something about Lil Ron Ron. I don't think Babe like Lil Ron Ron. Regina, do you know who Lil Ron Ron is? I sent Babe one. He said it wasn't funny. But I thought it was funny. The little boy the videos about the little boy who like cheese sticks. Yeah, you know, Regina, you probably don't know. Regina probably clutch up her.
Oh, what is all?
What that is, babe? Yeah, I like Lil Ron Ron. And so Lil Ron Ron, anyway, I'll show it to you later. But I posted today that I wanted to be like Lil Ron Ron mama because she had her, no, I can't even post it. That's one of them that I have to send you in a message because you know my people be so extra holy sometimes they act like they don't laugh. So I had to,
you get at me when I start talking about that. Y'all just human, right? Y'all just human, talking about extra holy, and I be like, minister.
I don't even do that.
So
you do
can't,
that to me. I don't do that to you.
No?
You do that to me. You act like I can't have fun. You said that I'm not supposed to laugh or something you said one day. You don't remember that?
Right, like they ain't supposed to laugh. They not supposed to laugh?
You're not understanding what I'm saying. You just missed the point. You were so busy
did
trying
I?
to talk, trying to say something. You ain't need.
Can't talk and listen at the same time, huh? My bad. But I was just saying, you're talking about them like they're like they don't want to laugh.
What I was saying,
they're not human. What you say when you had them on the show? That
no, that is not.
They're
what
not
I said.
human. They're not. They don't.
No.
They're not.
But you have to know
Wait,
your audience.
they're not human.
And if I think something's funny, but I know they're not gonna think it's funny, then why would I post it?
Yeah.
Duh.
How you figure they ain't gonna think it's funny just because they what you call holy? I'm just saying.
I actually take the time to get to know people, unlike some people.
Really being hypocritical.
You know what? I cannot. You just called me a hypocrite.
No, no, I did not say you were one. What I said were I didn't.
Because I know that you can't take Lil Ron Ron and put it on the jumbotron.
What is Lil Ron Ron? Let me see what you.
You think I'm gonna go play that at Sunday service? Is that what you're saying? So, is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
Okay,
let me see first. Let me see the one you talk about first. Then I'll comment on that.
No,
No, you can't play every. You can play. You can. Okay, this is what I'm saying. You told me that they're human. When y'all had that show that day, y'all was like, people just think we ain't human. Sometimes we don't even say we in the ministry because they want to act funny and different. But you're saying that you don't want to post something because they.
Because some of them are not gonna get it.
Okay.
Some of them won't think that's funny.
Okay, well I need to see what they ain't gonna get then.
Regina.
What? I'm just trying to get an understanding. You know, one thing about this show, I learned something every show, so I had to question what I'm learning.
You obviously don't.
I had to question what I'm learning.
You know what?
I mean, if I ain't, I'm not gonna learn if I don't question, right?
You know what? Babe,
I have to question if I ain't gonna learn. I'm just
y'all.
I'm just saying.
So look, this video is about what black mamas do when their kids have a sleepover. This is a little bit more tame than Lil Ron Ron, okay? Regina, I'm gonna be right now while Bay is doing whatever he doing with the technical piece. I'm gonna send you a Lil Ron Ron video in your inbox. Don't you see me talking to Regina? Why you playing with me?
I don't know whether to say sorry or to cuss you back out. Sometimes you confuse me. I'm just gonna say sorry.
Confused,
I don't even figure out if I did anything
Stay
wrong.
confused, Bay.
Stay
confused.
Make a line of Jack Bay. I'll tell you. Yeah, a year I've been dealing with this, y'all. A year.
You know what?
Somebody come pat me on the back. Shoot. I'm just saying. This is
I'm gonna throw punch him when we get out there. All right. What black mamas do when their kids have a sleepover? Go back.
What is all that stomping up there? If I got to climb these stairs, don't order no movies on my TV. Who up there cussing? If y'all hungry, I'ma order hot ready. So get ready. Baby, I don't know what you do at your mama's house, but we don't do that over here. Oh, y'all thought I wouldn't come up there, huh? Y'all thought I wouldn't come up there, didn't y'all? Y'all didn't think I would come up here? I was getting some head. Cut that song off. Ain't nobody here getting no head. Getting some head. What's your name? Tell your friend he been in that shower too long. Before your friend leave, you better have him help you clean up. After church, your friend going home. Next time you staying the night at his house. Yo, this Friday, July 22nd, we back at the Joint Comedy Club at 9 p.m.
So he was the guy that had the one about how to raise the baby. Yeah. So I just sent you Lil Ron Ron. Okay, and I want you to look at it. So I had posted today.
Why you ain't saying to me?
Why you trying to overtalk me on my show? Oh.
It's our show now.
So, you know what? It really is.
You made
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It
is our show. I'm gonna tell you something, because sometimes I don't even get to tell the people bye. He just said we won't even say bye, y'all, and next thing I know, I'm out.
I do
like,
not.
I have footage.
Oh shoot.
See how that works?
Whose smart idea was it to record
I'm Triller with the police in mine. I show mine. I got my evidence.
Whose smart idea was it to record everything on here? This tells on everything.
So Lil Ron Ron mama got a boyfriend, and Lil Ron Ron say, Mama got the boyfriend with the one big braid, and he was telling his people about how his mama was dating a wrestler because the man said, I'm about to jump off this dresser. She said, fool, he ain't no wrestler. I had to get my dresser moved. So I posted this morning, I said, I'm trying to get yeah. And I said, I'm trying to get like Lil Ron Ron mom. I need me a man with one big braid because somebody need to come move my dresser. But my people didn't know Lil Ron Ron, so they didn't. Yeah, that's what's wrong with Jack. I need to let him come move my dresser. He'll act right if I let him come move this dresser.
Huh?
He thought the girl was his sister because she talking about, ow, daddy, that hurt. He talking about my sister. She was getting a whooping. So yes, so that's what that post about. It's about Lil Ron Ron. But so anyway, today's show is called All Black Everything, all black. Because today's my 1-year anniversary. So yeah. See, look, she don't even want to talk about it. See what I'm saying? But I didn't want to be talking to you. You didn't ask me. That's okay. You always welcome in here. But I'm just look, you want to give Virginia your mic? You play too much?
I might need it today. I'm just turn it up loud because we might need it today. I ain't going for your jump. You ain't gonna pick on me today. You're not gonna pick on me today. I'm in that mood. You got the right day today. Your 1-year anniversary, I had to deal with this. The day I get to act the fool.
What?
Oh, don't hit my table. Don't hit my table. I gotta tell myself that. Don't hit the table.
Don't hit the table. But you can do all that extra. Just don't hit the table.
Just don't do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, Regina, have you ever seen such? That's what all that's for?
I think O.D. Odell broke my table. Had me out here.
Speaking of which, you know he was so kind to me. I left my license at the Apache, and I had to meet him at the airport and get it back.
Really? How you leave your license? He met you at the airport and get your license?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right sometime.
That was kind.
Yeah, all right sometime.
I brought him some wings, though.
Some what?
Some wings, because that was nice.
Some wings?
Yeah. Like, I don't want to be part of if the wings don't taste right. I'm not going to be your joke next time when you see me.
He good people.
That was kind, because I'm like, he could have just put them in the mail.
Shout out to O.D. Odell for...
Thank you.
Why he had to meet you at the airport? That what you were? You noticed? Who you at the airport? What you at the airport for? Where you going? You ain't told me where you going. You going to where
All Black Everything. We're going to take a break.
I told you I learned stuff on this show, and you got me learning some stuff I might need to... Where you been? All right, let's go to break. I got some questions for you.
All Black Everything. So, Bay Supreme, Lupe Fiasco, we're going to play his song. And then when we come back, I'm going to have an interview with Cameron Cunningham, who is the administrator for Facebook's The Black Survivalist Network. We're going to talk about what happens if we have a state of emergency and the power, we get off the grid, the water goes bad, all that stuff. Because, see, Bay, he about to take me there, so we might have some kind of nuclear disaster up in here today. Y'all want me to be ready. We'll be right back.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Download the app on Google.
From 7 to 9.
All right, and then Shay, tell them how they can find you on social media,
Yes.
call you.
Yes, I'm on social media. Middleclassmatchmaker.com is my website, and Middle Class Match is my dating site. But I'm on social media at Middle Class Matchmaker, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful show. Baby, you want to say anything? You want to try to fix this relationship before I leave today, or you just going to let me go home angry? You going to let me go home first, baby?
You were 3 minutes past my 2 hours.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
We can do overtime. We'll be all right. We're going to be all right. Thank you, Shay, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Look forward to seeing and working with you again.
Yes.
She is a handful, so it's always good to have somebody here with me to try to balance this thing out, because she have this thing about just getting on me every show. I mean, but I'm getting used to it, though. It's all right. I don't know what I'd do without it on my just now. Don't be mad at me, baby. It's all good. We're good. Okay, good. All right. Erectile dysfunction. We got you.
How you going to fix it and then mess it back up, baby?
Oh. Wait, so let's back up 1 second before we. So
How
wait.
you just going to fix it and then mess it right
So
back
wait.
up, baby?
No. So you know what? That's not what you need. There's some man out there who wanna. So
Anyway.
I'm trying to be good. Best thing I can do is just be quiet.
Okay, I respect that.
Okay.
Sanctuary family, thank you. This has been a wonderful show. We just act up all the time.
You know what's wrong with him?
He's active all the time.
And on that note.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into the very best. It's yours truly, Jazzy Fizzle. And this is Instinct.
Happy Motivational Monday, Sanctuary family. I'm your host, Shakima Silvera, and today is my birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm 40. It's 40. So excited about life today.
You should be.
I got Kevin with me. Kevin Thornton.
Hey, how you doing?
Life coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully he can help me navigate some of these troubled waters I find myself in currently.
Oh, Lord.
At present.
Present.
Yeah, I hope I can get out of it, but maybe not.
You
I
will.
might like the rough waters. I don't know. You know, I be asking God to deliver me from stuff, and I'm like, but I like it. Fix it, Jesus, because I actually can't ask you to take something away from me that I like.
See.
I got to come to grips with this stuff.
Gotta change that mindset.
Yeah. I'm like, you made me like this, God? Like, is this a joke? Like, ain't no do-over, so.
No, it's not.
So, I got to come up higher.
Please.
So, I hope you're going to help me today.
I got your back.
You got my back?
All day.
And
Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby. And I got my sis here today.
Hello, everyone.
That's Bree, y'all. Regina Bree.
How are you?
She's live inside the sanctuary for a little while. So I am so happy to have her presence today on my birthday. Come on in.
I got to come on in. I got to say happy birthday, Pooh. How are you? This is my ride or die chick. She down like 4 flat tires. I love you, Pookie.
I love you too.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, God.
Are you excited? She in the club. You look so pretty.
I
All
am.
bedazzled up. I love it.
Thank you. This was the first part of my stripper outfit. Then when I
Okay.
That was the first part.
This when I wear to work. And then it come off.
I can't. See, that sent me off there, Jack.
I can't with you. You don't know which way to go with her.
Bay is back, y'all. That's my Bay is back. Daddy's home.
back.
Daddy's home. Bay is back.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
All right, you hit one note. Don't try two. Don't.
Okay,
no,
that was it.
You did all right. You almost made some. You did all right. With
I almost caught the tune.
Don't push it.
It's for Shakima's birthday. I was trying to get right.
Happy birthday, Shakima.
Thank you, Daddy.
Your eyes are sparkling today. I don't know what it is.
Because you home. Thank you.
That's right. I'm here.
Welcome back, Jack. We missed you so much.
I miss y'all too.
It was cool, but you know, ain't nothing like the Bay.
The Bay.
Bay is just the Bayest of all the Bays there ever was.
He is the master Bay.
So I don't even know how to
Big Daddy.
I can't even. Everybody else need to just unbay yourself because you just not Bay. So
Everybody relax. Everything back in order now.
It's my birthday.
The universe has put everything back right.
I heard that.
Well, Tina say, "Num yo ho ring."
Well, you know them real words. You think you did that for me. So you know the real words. Let me try
Yes,
that.
I did. Yes, I did. So I figured if anybody ever try to whoop up on me, I'm gonna whoop them first, and then I'm gonna go.
That's how you do it, baby.
Because she took too many whoopings from me.
She did.
No shade, Tina, but
Too many.
you ain't have to do all that.
He did.
Just been gone. But that's just me.
Ooh, I couldn't.
She was loving him really hard.
No, he was loving love real hard.
That's true too.
And that's why Tina came out with that song. What's love got to do with it?
Nothing.
Love ain't supposed to hurt in my eye.
No, not at all.
I mean,
my jaw.
love actually technically has everything to do with it as believers, but then I think we confuse some things as love.
You punched in my eye. Was that love?
That ain't love. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think when you start talking about love, you need to be clear on what you're talking about.
Love
Because
is-
you
love
can't
is
call
serious.
Satan God. That ain't the same.
Right.
God is love.
Yep.
If it's destroying you like that, that ain't God. So
Nope.
it's probably not love. I'm just
Right.
saying. So love has everything to do with it. That mess you were doing,
What was called then?
soul ties,
You think? Lust,
low self-esteem.
low self-esteem.
You told yourself the wrong story. You need a plot twist.
Yeah.
But what if?
Don't you start.
But what if her parents did the same thing, and so that's what she knows?
Well, how long you gonna? How long are you going to?
Things like that are passed. You know, we had those things in the spirit, those generational situations,
Yeah.
those iniquities that are passed
Even though
down.
she might know it's wrong, that's what she
But let me
saw.
tell you something. The thing about God is that each of us, no matter what past we come from, has an opportunity to know Him for ourselves.
Yep.
That's true.
So regardless of what mom and them did, it's only so long you're gonna be able to tell yourself that it's mom and them fault because God
I
is.
agree.
And so
I agree.
I
with
appreciate her, but you know,
Right. For the getting here, but that black eye she can have.
that's all. That's all. 'Cause
Yeah.
one day we'll sit down and tell you my story.
that. Okay.
But yeah.
Shakima, they told me I couldn't break out in song for your birthday.
You just did.
I did. That was for you. That was
She
talking
was
about.
singing for you, babe.
I was singing for you, Daddy. Singing my heart out for you, Jack. Yeah, I will break out in show tunes.
Just don't do it
For
no more.
Jack, what?
What? He bae. He big daddy bae.
Yeah. For babe?
Big daddy. You know, I'm just a
Bae
side
gets
bae.
whatever.
I'm a side bae. I'm a 2-piece and a biscuit bae.
She said she a side babe.
I'm a side bae. You know how you get them the snacks? I'm a snack. I'm a side snack.
No. I mean, I like to at least believe from 3 to 5 while I'm on the clock that I'm the main chick.
Right, and I'm on your time. That's why I'm a.
Like somebody else can come in from 5 to, I don't know.
5 to 7.
Yeah, right.
3
That's
to 5.
but that's
Am
why
I
I'm
the
a
main chick
snack.
from 3 to 5, Jack? Can I? From 3 to 5. I'm saying on Monday from 3 to 5.
You can have whatever you like.
Say it, Daddy.
Here again, I'm that 2-piece and a biscuit. No pepper. No, I get water in that little cup with no
You don't get
top.
no pepper?
I get it because we at churches. You know, I can't afford it. I'm church's chicken. You gotta get it hot.
Got to.
All that when that grease start congealing on
You can't let me settle down because it ain't good. You gotta get me hot, not the grease.
You can't even eat it.
You can't-
So much fat on there, like just.
So why you had to say fat? Why you didn't I just? Why you? Did you see me jiggle while I came up?
No.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm jiggling.
You know,
Look at them.
jiggling, baby.
Get it.
Go ahead, baby. It's your birthday. You can say what you want to say on your birthday. You can say what you want to say on your birthday.
Yes. So I've been celebrating all month.
I heard.
Yes, and we first did the painting with a twist and bucket. And that was
Okay.
cool. Painted my little picture, had my little know your history, knowledge is power kind of
Mhm.
thing. That was cool. And then we did the spa day,
Where'd you go?
the Jeju spa.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
So
I'm
you
going
sit in the
back.
the sauna and everything?
I did.
Good.
I did. I didn't get the hip bath. But I'm going back to get that.
What is the hip bath? Enlighten us.
It clean your cuckoo, girl.
I was
Steam out the impure. Because you know, you just have to stay ready because you just never know
when the bait coming.
when they coming.
Oh, and you cuckoo, you
I
gotta
mean,
be
it's already good.
okay.
It's, you know,
but fresh
I'm
and
saying,
clean,
like Herbal.
or organic.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like herbal steam, and it goes in and it pulls out the impurities.
I heard it was wonderful.
Yeah,
I
they
actually
said it's
heard,
phenomenal.
no jokes aside, I heard it was actually the best gift a woman can give
I'm
to
telling
herself.
you, because you know,
And you feel all fresh and clean, like you've never felt before.
you don't think that's important?
Very important.
I'm saying.
As a man, y'all better speak
Let me
up.
tell you something. I don't believe that God is okay with your spirit being right and your stuff being nasty. Let me
You
just
know,
say
people
that.
say it.
Cleanliness is next to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
cannot be running around here smelling like
You
Captain
wanna-
D's after closing.
Captain D's.
After closing.
After closing.
As they like to say on my side of town, smelling like you want to be by yourself.
Because you absolutely do. I'm gonna need you to drink some pineapple juice ASAP.
I like
your
pineapple.
pH balance is off.
Need for you to get some of your
I need
play.
you to go get you some wheatgrass.
Some your play.
I like pineapple.
Pineapple juice. It makes it sweeter. We can't talk about it.
I like pineapple.
What you know?
It makes it taste sweet.
What?
It's the birthday show.
It's the birthday show. You talk about good stuff.
Motivational Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
You think, Cap?
What's going on?
You know I was gonna say pineapple juice make it taste sweet, did you?
No, I did
That was
not.
wrong.
You know.
Did you pray for me though when I said it?
I
Or
did.
You just laughed at me?
I
You was
did.
gonna laugh at me? You didn't pray for me?
I did prayer too.
Okay.
I could do both at the same time.
Thank you. See that multitasking? I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that. I like that. So, Sanctuary family, we're gonna take a quick break while I gather my peoples together, and then when we come back, I want to talk to Kevin.
All right.
Oh, I just need you to give me some life advice today, Kevin. What
Okay.
you got in your pocket? I don't know.
Kevin, you hope you got deep pockets, Kevin, because I know her.
You know that one thing we saw on Facebook from David Burris.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah, we need to pull that up.
Pull that video.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah, because it's the 5 things. I told you number 3 really spoke to me.
And that wasn't a video that time. That was just a posting.
The posting, yeah.
So David Burris, if you're listening, we are huge fans of yours, and
Yeah.
we kind of watch all your little live Facebook posts.
Exactly.
All your little 5 things.
That'd be on point.
Yeah, like I just asked you because I don't even know nobody to do the other ones. I'm like, hey, what you think? Like, help us out.
All right.
It's gonna get there.
You gonna get it.
God sees and knows all.
Absolutely.
But I had to repent. I was like, God, you know what? Am I asking for a king? And you saying no? I want to be a king. I thought about it. I'm like 2 Samuel. Them folk was like, we want to be like everybody else. God, give us a king. And God was saying, I'm the king. Why you
But I do think he will give you and honor the wishes of your heart.
I believe so.
Exactly.
Too. But I had to repent if I was out of order.
Yes.
In any kind of
And you
way.
got to
'Cause
be in order.
Sometimes you can be like,
You can be out of order.
so
Get in order.
So are you
Get
still
your
are you still
house.
doing the work?
I'm still doing my work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually losing people as we speak because I'm doing my work. Because elevation requires separation.
Absolutely.
And that's the unfortunate part. You
It
know,
is. It's
like
very unfortunate.
people that you was close to last week you don't speak to them no more. That's just how it happens.
Yeah.
The closer you get to the fire, the impurities gotta fall off.
Absolutely.
So that's that whole.
That's the hard part.
No, that's the easy part.
You miss them. You miss them though. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to miss them. That's the part.
But sometimes you don't miss them at all. You realize that everybody who come with you can go with you.
But you know what? Sometimes you getting elevated and you don't even realize that the person had fell off.
Now that's when it's bad, when you don't even realize that they've been gone 6
they're
months.
not on your level, but you love them so much you try to take them with you, and they prove to you that I ain't ready to go, and you can't make me go, and that thing becomes so uncomfortable that you have to. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like trying to save a drowning person, and you tell them stop flailing.
Right.
If you don't, look, we gonna both die if you don't stop what you're doing.
No, I'm gonna let go and you gonna die, because I know how to swim.
So that's kind of where I am right now. Like
But don't be. It's 40, baby. I know. It's awesome.
It's a great.
It just makes some new energy. It releases energy for the things that are meant to be.
It allows you to attract the right ones for you.
I'm excited about it.
Should be.
Push through black man. That's my hashtag.
Push through black man.
Push through black man.
Wow.
That's my hashtag.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that.
Push through black man.
I might have to steal
that.
I mean, I'm cool with being babe from 3 to 5, but that's once a week for 2 hours. I need babe like all day, every day. All this right here. You think I'm gonna be okay with some 3 to 5?
Well, you know.
No shade, Jack. I love you.
Jack, she said she needs some more time segments.
Just trying to keep in mind, it's her birthday. It's her birthday. She can have whatever she like today.
See,
See.
I only turned 41 times.
35.
We can't.
But some people turn every week.
I can't do this with him. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to be nice to him because he just got home.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Oh, this honeymoon again, but it's going fast. Okay.